the way we came to Mount Pleasant is really neat. It was really God-led. We made a vision statement for our life, and one of the components was where we wanted to worship. And we were simultaneously visiting churches and reading a book by Henry Blackaby called Experiencing God. What he said in his book, find out where God is working and join him. And that just had a profound effect on us. You think, oh, God's working in every church, but sometimes you can't see it. And we definitely could see it at Mount Pleasant. I have grown so much being here. It was actually the beginning of my discipleship through the different Bible studies in our life group, and just being here on Sunday morning with Pastor Aaron's and Rick's sermons. And I just can't imagine worshiping anyplace else.
We were led of the Lord, honestly, because we were praying and being intentional about where we needed to go to the church. We knew the Lord knew for the future where we needed to be, not only for our sake, and it was huge for our sake, but also where we could fit in, where we could contribute. And I don't want to be over dramatic, but I can't put into words what Mount Pleasant has meant to us. This is the place that God uses a tool to bring myself and Sheri also as a team, where we could be reconciled, restored. I kind of say recycled. I call Mount Pleasant the grace place, where people that have been junk in religion or junk in the world come here, and from the very start they're accepted and they're brought from wherever they're at to being closer to the Lord. It's the right spirit. The spirit, according to 2 Corinthians 5:20, where it talks about the idea of being reconciled and being restored. And that should be the spirit of a church, not a critical, judgmental spirit, but a place to where you can really draw close to the Lord. That it's been a real blessing. It's where I've grown, got close to the Lord, been used of the Lord. It's just this church. I've just had such joy and been edified here and equipped here to draw close to the Lord and to serve Him.
The people here are family. We really are family here, and also our greatest friends. We love it here. We love the people. We feel so appreciated and loved.
Mount Pleasant, from the very beginning, the Lord has had His hand upon it to grow in the way that it has, not just in numbers, but in spirit. The way the Lord has put the staff together. Only He could do that, and it's been a pleasure working with so many people here. Pastor Aaron, the real deal. And, I've never worked with anyone better, and of course Ginger and Jess and secretaries, Roberta, you couldn't have any better. And just the people that want to get involved in their dedication to the Lord. It challenges me, and it just humbles me that I can be a part of it.
You know, as long as we know that the Spirit of God is in this place, that's where we want to be.
You know, God has prepared Mount Pleasant by a process for His promotion, or being used for His purpose. And I really sense that. The best days are even yet to come. God has brought Pastor Aaron and the leadership to this point. Even with what's happened, God is preparing us. And all things work to the good of those that love the Lord, that called according to His purpose. And His purpose is to use Mount Pleasant in a future investment, as I am grateful for those that gave of themselves and invested, that I had this opportunity. I want to do the same thing for the children to come and the people to come. That just hit me. The Holy Spirit just hit me how important that is, you know, that we want to give our best because of the blessing that we've got, and what it means to us, and just do whatever the Lord opens the door for us to do, and just feel grateful to be a part of it.
Church should be the hospital for the hurting, and that's what Mount Pleasant has been. We came here hurting, or having hurt at least, and needed that healing.
Lord is always faithful, and no matter what, even if you feel that you've let the Lord down, His grace is sufficient, and He lifts you up, and He uses people and places to do that, and that's why it's such meaningful for me when I think about Mount Pleasant, and of course it's the people. Honestly, it's the grace place.